So the next topic that we are going to be discussing is the data types inside Python. I specifically believe that there are four very basic built-in data types: dictionaries, sets, lists, and tuples. So tuples actually allow you to use different data types and store them inside the tuple. So this is really useful. And what you can do is add tuples to each other and also use equality between tuples. Then you've got lists, but the difference between tuple and list is that tuples are immutable. They cannot change in place. However, lists can change in place. And they also have a lot of other operations that are really like. Finally, we've got dictionaries. Dictionaries use a key-value pair. They look a little bit like hash tables. And they are very, very good for recovering information. You can use .keys to find the keys of the dictionary. And you can also use the brackets to access the value of a key, or also use .get to access the value of a key, but if the key doesn't exist, you get the default value that you specify. We will see in code exactly how each of these work. And you also got sets which only contain unique elements and no duplicates. So okay, let's specify a tuple. To specify a tuple, what you want to do is use the parentheses and the equal value. So boom, this is a tuple. If we use the function that we've learned in the previous videos, which is the type A, we can see the value, the type of the function of the variable A, which is a tuple. So let's say that we have B 2.3.4. What is B? Of course, it's a tuple, and we can do A plus B. What the result is going to be? Oh, this was entirely unexpected. It added the two tuples inside one single tuple. Interesting. So, let's say that we got this. Is A plus B equal to this? Let's check it out. I'm really interested into finding out with you guys because tuples is a data type that I rarely use. Oh, and it's true, actually, A plus B is equals to this function, to this tuple. Amazing stuff. So, okay, this is how you use tuples, and you also can access a value of a tuple by using the bracket. So A1 will be the value of 2, because you see the tuple here. The first position is the position you can index by 0. So A0 will be 1, A1 will be 2, let's write it out, and A2 will be 3. A2 will be 3. Boom, you're good to go. Let's move on to lists. Lists are an amazing data type. Let's initialize a list. You can do that by using k equals that, or equals list and parentheses, empty. You can also initialize a list with values inside of it. So you can do list, let's see. Okay, so a list expects one argument. So if you do this, again, it's incorrect. You usually initialize lists with brackets because this list is used to convert a different data type to a list. So for example, you can do B list and you can put like this tuple inside of it. So let's see. Will this run? Yes. So what it's gonna be? How is gonna be B? So it will be a list for its value of the tuple, 2.3.4. Okay, so let's say that we want to extend A with B. So if we use a.extend with the value of B and call A, we can see that A from 1.2.3 became 1.2.3, and also it was extended with an iteratable, with another list or a tuple or whatever. So this iteratable included the values of 2.3.4, and these were added in place to A. However, keep in mind that if you use another value, which is append, and append B, the result will be entirely different. Why? Let's see. If you use a.append b, what you do is essentially append the list as is. You do not append the elements of b, but you append the b as a data type. So right now we've got some scalars in our list, and we also got in the last position of the list another list. So we've got nested lists. How you can handle and use nested lists is outside the scope of this course, so I'm not gonna go into it. There are also a lot of other operations that you can use with lists, and I really do not want to really do all of them. But for example, let's see really quickly. You can do a.sort and then call a again. And what a.sort does, it sorts the list in ascending order in place. In place meaning it changes the order inside of the original object. There are other functions that are called and return a new object rather than change the object itself. You can also do a for loop with list, as we've seen before with the range iteratable function. So what you can do is do for I in A, you want to print each value of the list here. So what this gonna do is print each element with a new line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 3, what does it print? Each element of the list. And you can do a lot of stuff here. You can actually do if statements to find specific parts of a list that you want to use, etc., etc. And there are a lot of other, functions here. So you can also try them. I have them in the PDF. So let's go to the dictionaries, which is arguably one of the best data types in Python. You can initialize a dictionary by using these two things. Again, it's the same thing with, let's say, Python. So A will be a dictionary here in both cases. So I'm not really sure if A will be a dictionary here. Yes, it will be a dictionary. So how can you add elements to a dictionary? You specify a key and you specify a value. For example, I want the key to be called key. So if I call the A key here, we will take the value of 1. Boom, this is amazing. I can also get the value of a key by doing A, which is the dictionary, dot get, and get the key. So the value we are going to get is 1. However, if I try and access a key which is not existent inside of the dictionary, I'm going to get an error. But there is some error handling here. You can use the get function, and if there is not this key inside, you can use a default value. So okay, try to find the key named 1 by using a string. If you don't find it, okay, return me the default value of 1. So boom, here we do not get an error, and we get the value of 1, which is like a placeholder. It's for error handling, really, really good. So this is a very, 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 very quick introduction to dictionaries. I really do not have time to spend on this because I need to show you graphs to really explain everything into very, very much detail. But I think this is outside the scope of this very introductory tutorial. We'll do more of dictionaries in the advanced tutorial that is going to be coming soon. And in general, we will use all these data types a lot more heavily because we are also going to do a little bit of data science. So we'll learn about all of these things in more detail there. And we also got a set. So, okay, let's say that we specify a set here. Okay, so we can add here the value of 1. You can add 2. And you can see here that we've got a set with values 1.2. If I want to add again 1, what is going to happen? A set only contains unique elements, so nothing is added because 1 is already inside the set. So this is all about the other data types, just a very short, very quick introduction. I may really have messed up your brain with all that stuff, but we're gonna see it in more detail later on. For now, you do not need to know a lot about this. I just show you that this exists. You can read more on your own, try some stuff. I have nearly all of the operations you can do with this, and you can play around with them. Play on your own, guys. It's really important for you to learn code. You need to try stuff on your own. You need to, get a little messy, write some Google searches. It's part of the process. Trust the process and enjoy the process.